Hello and welcome to the video that introduces Module 1 for MFA 608. Each of these videos that I will post at the beginning of each module will walk you through what we are doing for the week, and I will explain the assignments as well. For this first module, before we actually get to the module itself, please go to the course menu, select Discussions, and then you are going to post under Getting Started. This is where you have a chance to introduce yourself. This is important because part of school is also networking. You get to meet different people who may help you in the future, and you may be able to help them in the future. So please do that. Going back to Module 1, we will go through it step by step. First, we'll look at the learning objectives. Under the learning objectives, please read through this. I am not going to spend a lot of time covering the things that you can read on your own. Instead, I'm going to focus on the areas that need a little more explanation. For the module overview, please read through this. I will have one little comment here. It says, the craft of writing really is in the revising, in the editing. That is a bold statement, and I would say that is partially true. I would say part of the craft of writing is really in the revising and the editing. Please do not discount the inspiration that comes while you are writing. That is part of the fun of writing, and that is definitely part of the craft of writing. Please review module at a glance. We will go through this step by step in this video, so we will not spend a lot of time on this slide. Under reading and resources, I'm going to show you one important thing for your textbook here. When you click on the language of fiction, a writer's storybook, it'll bring you to this page. It says we are supposed to read Part 1. You can access Part 1 by clicking on the table of contents, coming down to Part 1, and then you can just click on here and read those different sections. How do I know that you've read this? I don't. Again, this class is an investment in yourself, and it will reflect in your work that you do for the semester. Also note down here, it says additional support optional. Where it says optional, that is a big, gigantic lie. You absolutely, positively need to know how to use track changes in Word. That is something we will be doing, including in this first module. If you do not use Microsoft Word, you should, and you should be able to get it for free. Simply Google Microsoft Word for free for a student, and you should be able to get it for free using your Southern New Hampshire email. I strongly encourage you to use Microsoft Word for all your assignments. It is what is this standard. For the next section, we're going to look at, before we get started, there will be additional resources or lessons that are found in the announcements section. As I noted in the introduction, I try to make these very relatable and very interesting and not boring, and they actually enhance the class, so please take the time to review that. Our first assignment is a discussion on revision. For this one, you are going to take an excerpt of your own work. It could be the big story you're working on, or a short story, a blog post, something that you have done, but it should be no more than 5 pages. Now, this is a little bit out of order, so let me explain. What you're going to do is you're going to take less than 5 pages of some work that you've done, and you're going to do self-editing using track changes. Ta-da! See how I explain that? So you're going to take that work, you're going to self-revise it using track changes, just your gut feeling of how you feel like you revise, how you self-revise, kind of as a starting point. Okay? For this assignment, what you're going to do is first, you're going to do that, where you're going to do the self-editing, and then you're going to answer these questions right here and put both of these things into a post. Now it says submit your draft to the discussion. You're going to actually submit both of these at the same time. So what you'll do is you'll start a new thread, and you can call it my submission or whatever. This is where you will answer these questions. Right here, you'll answer the questions. And then you will add an attachment and upload your story or your excerpt that has been self-edited using track changes. And then you'll hit post. And then you'll have a chance to give feedback to your peers. That is the first assignment. The next assignment is one that we will be working on through the course of all of MFA 608, class resources. This is under 1-3. It will not be graded until Module 10. What you will be doing is, over the course, you need to upload 5 different links with a description, and you'll post it into this discussion board. You do not have to do that all in the first week. You can do it throughout the course as you come across material that you feel like you have found that you want to share with the course and the class. Another way to access this is if you go to the course menu, you go to discussions, and you scroll all the way to the bottom, you will see 1-3. So this is where you'll be able to access this. And I will remind you every module that you should be doing this. Again, you need a total of 5. You may do more. You need a total of 5 over the course of this semester. Let's go back to Module 1. The last thing we'll do for this module is the final project overview. Now, one thing that I often do in my classes, my face-to-face classes, is ask the students, how do you eat an elephant? And the answer is, of course, 1 bite at a time. So if you click right here where it says the final project guidelines and rubric, you will note that it is very intimidating because it's the whole thing we're going to be doing for this class. In addition, there is a video that gives you, if you click here, you can watch this little interactive thing that explains the final project. I will break it down for you nice and easy. Over the course of MFA 608, you will be doing 3 fairly decent-sized projects, which you will then combine into the final project. You will revise each of those and work on it. So when you look at the final project and you think, wow, this is a lot of work, yes, it is. But we do it step by step throughout the whole course of the semester. So just take it 1 step at a time, and by the time we get to this step, it will not be so bad. So it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. One final thought before we wrap it up here is concerning video posts. If you create a video post, you have to include a transcription. That is an ADA requirement, and so New Hampshire is very strict on this. I have therefore decided not to do any video posts for your feedback simply because of the amount of time it takes to do a transcription. So I will type out all the feedback that I have for you. However, for the monthly or for the weekly videos, I will post videos so you can see what we're doing, and I will transcribe it because that's how much I care for you guys. There you go. If you have any questions, please email me, and we will work through this together. Thank you.